This is the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Wednesday, the 28th of May. I'm Michael Groff. Temperatures above average for the rest of the week. Daytime highs over 105 degrees possible, especially on Friday. But then a pattern change takes place as we head into the weekend and early next week. We've been talking about this for several days, if not almost a week now. And it sure looks like it's going to come to fruition. Actual chances of rain. How about that for the end of May and early June? We don't see that very often. In fact, only one time on the 1st of June has there ever been measurable rain, at least in recorded history here in Phoenix. Will we make it number 2 here in 2025? We'll talk about that and so much more as we dive on in and discuss. First, the almanac from yesterday, 101 degrees, the afternoon high, 75 was that morning low, 99 and 73 are the averages for this time of year. 111 degrees, that record high. Fortunately, we weren't anywhere near that. Outside now, after 8 o'clock, we've got mostly clear sky out there. The sun is shining, 80 degrees at Sky Harbor. Yes, still bone dry. Dew point's 27. Humidity 14%. The wind's light. The barometer is steady. Temperatures across the area right now, 72 Tempe. We've got 77 in Scottsdale. See a 78 in Arcadia. It's in the 70s and low 80s across much of the area. I see a 56 at Fort McDowell. I don't think that's right. I think we've been having some trouble with that gauge. There's a couple of gauges that are a little suspect on this graphic. But other than that, yeah, mainly 70s to low 80s to start the day. We'll top out in the upper 90s to about 103 this afternoon. The satellite picture out here across the west. High clouds that were around yesterday, they are moving off to the east with that short wave that we had in here yesterday, and that's brought some showers and storms across Texas and Oklahoma. Some severe storms yesterday, but around here, yes, things are quiet. But off to the west, there is a developing upper low off the Southern California and northern Baja coast, and that is going to be the main impetus for our pattern change that we'll see coming up over the weekend and perhaps into Monday. The watch warning map, that is an extreme heat watch that's in effect for southern Nevada, some of the adjacent areas, especially northwest Arizona and southeast California. We've got heat advisories for the valleys of California. Obviously, some pretty hot temperatures ongoing there, and just like we're going to have here, each National Weather Service has their own criteria for what constitutes heat advisories or extreme heat watches and warnings. No doubt we'll probably see those coming up this summer. We always do. Convective outlook for today. We got the standard slight risk of severe storms, level 2 out of 5. Across parts of Colorado and down into western Kansas, around Goodland and Garden City and Dodge City, as well as portions of Texas. Otherwise, a broader marginal risk, level 1 out of 5, extends from eastern New Mexico, east along the Gulf Coast, over toward the Carolinas. Around here in Arizona, it's the same old story. We're quiet for now. Tropics in the East Pacific, we've got an area of disturbed weather, and the National Hurricane Center now gives that, a 100% chance of development over the next 48 hours. And when that does form into a tropical storm, it gets the name Alvin. All right, and we'll show you. This is the track on that right now, still called Invest 90E. And the tropical models generally take that up into the coast of Mexico over the next couple of days. Very good agreement. A couple of these model members bring it a little further west and north, but generally the track looks on course there. The European ensemble is slightly to the west of that, but the idea is this forms. It probably becomes a tropical storm, maybe could ramp up to a minimal hurricane, but likely at least a tropical storm. And then as it approaches the coast of Mexico, it fizzles out. The real interest for us is the moisture from this system, and that should get pulled northward by high pressure to the east and north, and this area of low pressure, this cutoff low to the west of us. Precipitation outlook, this is valid through Wednesday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix, generally 1/10 to 1/4 inch, with more than that, of course, for the favored upslope areas of northern and eastern Arizona, where rain amounts could be in excess of 1/2 inch. But as I always show you, especially this time of year and as we get into the summer months, Whenever we present you this graphic, your amount will vary. If we have any thunderstorms associated with this upcoming pattern change, well, obviously those can greatly change the distribution of rainfall, at least on a very small scale. So keep that in mind. So what's going on with this weather pattern? What's the latest? Well, we'll get into it right now as we explore the models, see what the future may hold. Here we go. This is the GFS. It's the 06Z run. It's valid 2 o'clock this afternoon. There's our developing cutoff low. We've got high pressure more or less as the dominant feature out here across the west. And our tropical system is forming well to the south of us off the coast of Mexico. So what it means down at the surface for the rest of the day today: mostly sunny sky, and high temperatures top out 99 to 103. Now, that's not far away from where we ought to be. The average high for today, 99 degrees, so we'll be within range. For tonight, mostly clear sky, overnight lows, as it has been for a while, mid-60s in the cool spots, low to mid-70s in the urban core. Tomorrow, it's more the same, mostly sunny, 99 to 103 for the high. Let's keep it going. This is Friday. We'll see some high clouds around at times, probably more sun than clouds though. And yeah, the old H word in the forecast, hot. Highs, it's anywhere from about 101 to 105, maybe 106. The hottest desert spots, a couple of degrees warmer than that, but still, we are toasty here. But then the pattern begins to change, and you can see what's happening to the south of us. There's our tropical system, and it's going to probably be a strong tropical storm, and again, maybe a minimal hurricane down there. How strong it gets is kind of not really relevant to us. Let's go to Saturday, and you can see the players are on the field. All right, we've got the ridge to the north of us. We've got this cutoff low that's off the Baja coast. We've got our tropical system that is weakening as it approaches the coast of Mexico. The moisture is being pulled north, and it's not going to take a lot of time for it to get up here. So we'll start to see an increase in clouds even through the day on Saturday. And high temperatures will be down a couple of degrees as those humidity levels gradually come up. And so highs probably anywhere from about, I'd say 99 to 104 here in Phoenix. Let's keep it going. This is Sunday. And now the upper low is shown to begin to track east, and it's now moving into northwest Mexico. And as that happens, that moisture continues to get pulled northward. The dynamics start to come into play as this low approaches us. And with the moisture around, the upper level dynamics being what they are, and yet you can see here it is. Scattered showers and thunderstorms begin to develop here across Arizona. Now, this is not going to be an all-day washout kind of event. They will be scattered in nature, and when and where they form, still a little unclear. I would say afternoon is the best time on Sunday, but given the moisture levels that'll be coming up and the added dynamics, anytime through the day, we could see at least a few showers and storms here in the lower deserts. And while we don't expect substantial rainfall, any individual storm could obviously put down heavy rain in short order in a localized area, so be aware of that. And also, we're not expecting severe storms with this, but again, a locally strong storm can't be ruled out either. And is the precipitable water coming off of the GFS 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon? This is when it appears to be maximized with PWatt values anywhere from about 1.3 to 1.4 inches here across southern Arizona, maybe spiking up to around 1.5 inches. Again, this is the kind of levels we'd see in the monsoon on a typical day. So obviously the moisture is in place. The dynamics are there. It's just realizing the showers and storms. How much, what kind of coverage there will be. We don't know that yet. We'll have to get into that kind of 48 to 60 hour range to start to get into the range of the convective allowing models, our high resolution models, to have a better idea. But this is how it looks right now. So we'll put a 40% chance of rain into the forecast on Sunday and Sunday night, maybe some thunder as well. All right, let's keep going. This is Monday, and it looks like by Monday, most of this is going to be out of here. We still have a chance at some showers and storms across northern Arizona, maybe the southeastern or east central mountains. But I think we're going to be dry here by Monday. Maybe early morning Monday, we could still see some lingering showers around, but looks like we'll start to dry out. But temperatures are going to be lower. On Sunday, we might not even make it to 100. We're looking at highs in the low to mid 90s now. And Monday, because of the presence of a broader upper low developing over the Pacific Northwest coast, high temperatures are likely to be somewhere probably only in the mid 90s. So below average temps from Sunday onward. This is Tuesday, and while we're going to be drying out, temperatures are not going to warm up all that much, mid to upper 90s. We probably stay shy of that 100-degree mark, given that upper low is present to the north and west of us. It's dropping south and eastward. Now, this low is coming at us from the north and west, but it'll be dry for us. There's no real moisture advection with this. We're kind of on the southern periphery of that, and that's, very rarely do we see lows that drop in here this time of year from the north and west, but when they do, they're almost always going to be dry. A week from today, this is Wednesday, the 4th of June. You can see that's a pretty impressive low for early June across the Great Basin and dropping toward the southwest. Southwest flow aloft, but temperatures would be below average if that's right. We'd be in the 90s. Overnight lows, 60s and 70s. Pretty nice. This is Thursday, the 5th. That low is swinging on through, mainly to the north of us. There could be a shower or storm north of Arizona, maybe across Utah, right along the northern Arizona border. But I think, of course, here in Arizona, we're just going to be dry as this passes on by. But breezy to windy conditions would be likely with this, again, especially over the northern part of the state. And again, as mentioned, temperatures below average. This is out 10 days, Friday, the 6th of June. And yeah, kind of a zonal flow sets up here. So again, you know how it is. The 6th of June, we could easily be well up in the triple digits. We could be 105, even 110 degrees. But no, we probably won't even be at 100. So most of next week, if not the entirety of next week, stays below 100 degrees. And anytime we can say that in the month of June, that's a win. Looking at rainfall for Phoenix, this goes out through the 11th of June. This is off the GFS ensemble, and the mean has come up here. The model's definitely more confident. Ensemble mean is just under 1/4 of an inch. The control member is actually up at almost 1/2 inch. Pretty big model spread, and I think realistically speaking, a 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of rain, as the WPC has put out, is the realistic amount, and I'm sure some of you probably won't see that. Some of you might see more. That's how this goes. European ensemble, the mean is actually a little bit higher here. It's up almost at 1/3 of an inch. Temperatures off the national blend of models today, tomorrow, Friday. Yeah, it's toasty. Then we'll see a gradual drop in temps, especially Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, highs in the 90s. And depending on precipitation on Sunday, I don't know, we might not even make it up into the mid 90s or so. We might stay in the 80s. It really depends on how the moisture plays out here. But otherwise, temps below average for much of next week, and then we'll probably start to warm it up. That's just the reality of June thereafter. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here tomorrow morning. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. If you really enjoy what we're doing here, then click that thanks icon below the video here on YouTube and make that monetary contribution to us, help support the channel. Or you can use PayPal. Groffshow@gmail.com is our PayPal address. It's GROFFshow@gmail.com for PayPal. Our Venmo is linked up down in the description as well. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my OAO, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona. Talking about my Michelle. Check her out. Blogs, videos, everything Michelle related, quite possibly Adriana related. It's all linked up down in the description, so check that out. Also, our streaming station, that's available 24/7, 365. It's called KMGX. We play a ton of music, have a lot of fun there, so give that a listen. Again, linked up in the description, or you can go to kmgx.com and listen via that avenue. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. All of your continued support, so greatly appreciated. Please be safe, stay cool, stay hydrated out there, and have yourselves a delightful rest of your Wednesday.